Hey, shit talkers, what's going on? I'm Allie Kona Bradford, and welcome back to Hollywood Shit, where we talk about all the good shit, the bad shit, and everything in between. And one day, I will get through this introduction without Jason Carter laughing at me.
You almost did, though.
No, shit.
You
sound so, like, country.
Country, whatever. Well, don't follow Jason Carter. And welcome to our guest again, Erin. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And of course, we have Liz.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so today's hot topic, we're talking about plastic surgery and image in Hollywood, because we all know we've seen a real bad botch job.
I thought you were just said a bad butt, and I'm like,
we've seen some of those.
Well, okay,
yeah.
no, we're going to talk about Kim Kardashian tonight.
Hers is amazing.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
you don't.
No,
yeah,
this is dope.
Yeah, but you know what, though? But here's the thing. She was already a beautiful girl from the get-go, so I don't think she needed all that.
No, I think Kim, okay, look, Kim looks way better now, facially, than she did.
Yeah.
No, but it's starting to get...
not her butt. Like, her butt looks ridiculous.
You
Are you
think?
kidding?
Oh,
It's starting to look
You don't think her butt looks ridiculous?
Yeah.
I think well, her
Have
shape.
you seen it in
Yes,
real
I
life?
have.
No,
They're
like in real life.
Bad trends.
Yeah, it's
Bad.
really weird.
No, it's disgusting. It's so unnatural. Like it
But
looks.
if it's real, though. Well,
It's not
how do we
real.
know? Okay, so tonight's topic is about...
Image.
Kim
It's just-
Kardashian.
No, it's not about Kim Kardashian. It's just image and the pressure to look a certain way in Hollywood. I mean, we are all entertainers. We're in front of the camera. And, you know, when you approach 30 or what have you, that's considered old in Hollywood years. So then you have all these celebrities, like, trying to chase youth and do it through plastic surgery. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
I'm all for plastic surgery, and here's why.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, if I could afford a nose job, I'd get a nose job. For sure. I get, because when I smile, my nose is crooked. I think that in an industry, this industry, and I've said this time and time again for how many years, this industry is so abusive directly and indirectly to talent because, because we're told you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that, blah, 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 blah. So you're constantly inundated with all these messages that are really damaging to your self-esteem. So if you want to get plastic surgery to make yourself feel better, you only have one life. I say do it. Do it for the right reasons. If you want to get a boob job, get titties. If you want, do it. You know, do it. But I think that a lot of stars, I know for myself being on camera, I don't like my teeth. I got my teeth fixed because for me, I feel like I wasn't my best self with this flaw that I felt was unattractive for my own person. You know.
Right.
So I think that plastic surgery plastic surgery gets a bad rap because people say, oh, you know, you're being fake or you're being this, but if it's healing some void in your life or it's making you more confident, more ambitious, making you feel like you can go out and take on the world and do what you need to do to be successful, then hell, why not do it?
I feel like it's all a facade, though. No one ever is like, oh my God, on my new nose, I feel so much better. It's like, no, you look so much better, but you still feel the same. You know what I mean? Those hurts and those insecurities, they're still there. You just look better.
Well, and that's a great point, Erin. I agree with that partially because I think that if you do the work,
it's a Band-Aid for some people.
For some people, right? If you do the work, you know, then like I work with a girl and she got a boob job and she has like I think they're D's now. And I asked her, I said, so and so girl, why did you get them so big? She's like, my whole life I always wanted big boobs and now I have them and I love them. And I was like. And she's like, I absolutely love them. And she's like, and after I got the surgery, I sat and thought long and hard as to what I did, and it took weeks for me to come to terms with what I did. But now that I have them, I look fantastic. I feel sexier, and I know this girl, so by her telling me that, it's legit. But I do think that some people, and I'm guaranteed there are people in Hollywood for sure that are not stars, but just because LA is full of wannabes, and we live in this hyper sexualized bubble, hyper everything bubble. So I'm sure there are people who've done it because of lack of insecurity. But I do think that there's some people who really, for sure, do feel good, and it's not a facade.
I think so too, but I don't think anyone would disagree with some people, fine tuning. I bleach my teeth, I think people do things like that all the time, and of course I feel better when my teeth are whiter, who wouldn't? Right. But some people take it to such crazy, absurd, insane, extreme levels, and I just got back from Chicago, and a ton of my friends live in Chicago, and a lot of my friends in Chicago, they'll get Botox, and they'll do minor things here and there, but then compared to my friends in LA, who they all have boob jobs, and they have fillers, and they have Botox, and they have nose jobs, and they have everything. And I see some of my friends in LA who or like already naturally beautiful, and then I see them take it too far, where then they start looking worse. Like,
Yeah.
in the beginning, they'll be like, oh wow, that person looks really,
It's
really
subtle.
good.
Yeah.
But then some people start getting addicted, and they start doing too much, and a lot of these doctors, you know, they're just trying
They
to
want the money.
upsell.
Make 'em
Right.
And
money.
so then they're like,
Totally.
oh, how about this? How about this? How about that? And then, like, I've seen some people, like, look way worse.
Dude.
And I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? This is not good. Like,
Renee
wait.
Zellweger.
No, I was saying,
Yeah, totally her.
Oh, yeah, her too. But I was gonna say, Little Kim, like she is so unrecognizable. It's not even like funny. Like there's nothing wrong with her. And I get she had her boob job. And to add on to what you said, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little. Oh, I have a bump on my nose. I'm gonna shave it off. Unless you're Jennifer Grey and it ends your career, and that sucks. But you know, stuff like that, like you said, to make you feel better. But it is when it's becoming too much, and it's that, like I said, trying to hang on to that piece of youth so you can book work or do whatever it is that you feel you need, and you end up like Little Kim, and you have, or we were talking about Montag,
Heidi.
Heidi
Montag.
Montag.
That was, yeah,
she
Had
got
H's.
no, but she
that
got
was ridiculous. And she was a naturally beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see, like, any flaws with her.
I feel like
You
she's
know?
just bored.
no,
Yeah.
but she said she got 10 surgeries done in
just
one
bored.
day. 10. From
I think,
ears to
honestly,
nose
though, I
to-
think that was more about her getting attention, money for doing
Yeah, she
covers
was
of the
bored.
magazines. She did specials about it, you know.
She
I
was
think
like, I have no talent. What can I do that'll
Exactly,
get
it's
everyone talking?
almost
That'll book
like
me
an-
some interviews.
it gets to the
and-
point where some people it's like an addiction or an illness. It's like,
But I mean, you look at somebody like Michael Jackson. Well, I mean, he came from severe abuse.
Dude.
He self-hate, and he had like, I'm telling you, he had body dysmorphia.
yeah, he
like,
had
just-
something going on there for
It's
sure.
so sad because he went from looking like a normal boy to just like
He was 10 different
He's
people in his life.
plastic.
He Michael Jackson. Some magazine did Michael Jackson through the years and showed at least 20
I've seen
pictures,
that.
and it's like African American male, African American nose, Jackson 5 nostrils.
Yeah.
Even
and-
though Beyonce has none.
None.
She has a nose job. I
Yeah.
hate that lyric in that song.
What
What
lyric?
Information, when
Information.
she's
She-
like, I love my Michael Jackson or
Jackson
Jackson
5
5.
nostrils.
And
She
she's
does
like
not
this.
say
She's
that.
like, I love my Jack. I'm like, girl,
She
yeah.
totally says
Yeah,
that.
and then
That shit
she
is-
dyes her hair blonde
and
like,
contoured.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have that. Stop.
But
yeah,
you know,
she's ridiculous. I don't
but I
understand
think that. I
And
think-
she always has her ass out. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing her
She
ass.
says
Oh
what?
my god,
And it's-
the Beyonce.
she
the
is-
beats are
it's
coming for
perked.
you guys.
It's perked up.
the beehive.
The beats.
Yeah, but I mean, is that real? Is that real?
No,
perk?
no. You know how you can tell a real ass? A real ass drops. It's like heavy at the bottom. Now the asses are like sitting up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I could rest
Frozen
like
turkeys.
my Cosmopolitan on Kim's ass.
I'm like, where's the
well,
drop?
seriously.
Where's the jiggle? That shit is like.
It
I
don't
think
even
it's
move.
fantastic. But here's one thing though I will say that I think that Hollywood. Okay, so reveal time. I'm on a show in my underwear with my body on display for all of the world to see. So I know a thing or two about pressure to look good and stay in shape. And being a black African American male, there's also a misconception and a stereotype that I have to look like six pack, everything banging. And at 37 years old, it's really hard to keep up with that. But what I've learned nowadays, though, too, especially traveling around the country and whatnot, is that things are changing. You know, Alicia Keys is on this whole no makeup thing, which in this age of HD.
She's really doing no makeup on TV.
At
Let me
the
show you a
award
picture.
shows, at the
Scoot
award
in.
shows.
Let me show you a picture.
I gotta see this.
Yes, you do.
She's going down the carpet with
I didn't read
No,
about when did
no.
she start doing this?
Oh, well, a
Is she
minute
trying to
ago.
VMAs.
is she trying to protest or what's her
Yeah.
point?
Alicia Keys, no makeup. So
Inner beauty?
all her
No,
songs.
but what's the point of is she trying to do a protest? Like, what's the point of her doing this now?
Here's
Like,
why people-
what's the statement is she trying to make? Is what I'm asking.
I'm not sure. I know the statement I'm getting from it
Like,
is just all you need is a little mascara. But the thing about
She still
Hollywood,
looks pretty naturally beautiful.
but
That's easy for her to say no makeup when you're gorgeous with
Right.
no makeup.
and,
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think, and I feel like she may not.
But it
have a
looks like to
full-
me like she's gotten Botox. So.
or a little, or there's
she's
a
like, no
little.
makeup,
No
filler.
makeup,
I
but
know.
filler.
Or there's
Botox,
a little
permanent.
foundation or something, a
She has her
primer
base.
or something, yeah.
Or that photo could have just been edited.
She has her eyebrows and her base.
Which I get. Stars, I think I like stars who use their platform to spread a message and whatnot and stuff like that. But I'm the type of person, like, I don't want to see a star haggard, and Alicia Keys is giving me haggard realness these days. But good for her. But I think the industry is changing in the sense that there's a place for everyone now. I think that chasing age and that to me, being a male, males have it a lot easier than females.
Yes, you do.
But
no babies, no period, no
makeup.
Right.
But we have our own issues though too, as far as like what they want from guys. But I think it's changing now. There's a place for everyone. If you look at commercials, and you look at a lot of the roles that are being cast, diversity is in finally.
Yeah, but commercials are different from being a movie star.
Okay, but
because commercials are relatable, real
how
people.
How many movie stars exist now though? There's no leading ladies anymore. There's no leading men anymore. There's no one. There's like George Clooney. There's no new George Clooney.
But that's because the forms change. That's because like there's so many different TV shows. There's reality TV shows and there's series on Netflix and there's so many ways to get in.
Those are like taking the place of the big iconic movies and.
Like I said, there's a shift. There's change, and when it comes down to because we're all talent in this industry, I think that I go to a lot of auditions where I am judged for how I look or how I talk or my energy, my swag, if you will. And I feel I've learned that I do the best when I feel comfortable in my own skin, regardless of what they're asking for or what I may think the preconceived, idea they have of, I went on audition last week and I had been working out, I had been eating right, I just felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that resonated because the room was stiff. The room was cold at this audition. These people were not, I was cracking jokes, they weren't having it. But I was like, you know what, F y'all. I'm still going to slay. Got a call back, Got a call back. And so to me, it was like that, in my mind I thought, you know what, instead of always trying to, unless the job is saying, hey, you have to have an 8-pack, but instead of always trying to, I guess, be what somebody else wants, I just said, fuck it, I'm Jason Carter. Mm-hmm. This is what I have to bring. Either you like it or you don't.
But listen to what you said. You said you were working out and you were eating well.
For me.
But that has something to do with plastic surgery. That's like that's like a good natural thing that people should be doing to feel good about themselves. You're not
that's a healthy way,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, but I do think that plastic surgery, we have this huge stigma, or we have this idea that plastic surgery is all bad, and I do think that some people partake in plastic surgery, as I said earlier.
Maybe it's just the broke people that say that. The people that can't afford surgery.
No, I mean,
screw people who get plastic surgery.
Yeah,
right. But if they had the money, they'd probably do it.
Of course,
for real. I would for sure have calf implants if I had the money to do it.
Good
Not calf implants.
No, but see, but
sounds
I
awful.
would wear shorts 24/7.
No, but we're not talking about people who have the occasional, like you said, like my nose is crooked or whatever.
Some extremists.
Yeah. I'm talking about people who just keep going back, like your LaToya Jacksons, or like I said, your Little Kims. Or I actually have a quote here from Sharon Osbourne, and she was just saying that there's, quote, there's not much that I haven't tweaked, stretched, peeled, lasered, veneered, enhanced, or removed altogether. And then she said that of all her surgeries, including breast augmentation, double mastectomy for preventative cancer measure, which, by the way, Angelina Jolie did, the most painful one was on a taboo body part. She says, the worst...
Her anus bleached.
No, the worst was having my vagina tightened.
Good for her.
Yeah, she said it was excruciating. I was like, wow, you ran out of things
but
to
you know what?
nip
She
and
must
tuck.
have a really good doctors because she doesn't look ridiculous.
Yeah, she
money.
looks good. She looks good.
And she was overweight like back in the day, like when her and Ozzy first got together. She had weight issues, and I think she got didn't she get the
lap band.
She was like that big.
I feel like Nicole Richie got that.
Yeah, Google some pictures.
She used to be like my weight, and now she's like
huge.
a toothpick.
But so let's talk about you real quick, Erin, because you have toured. I mean, first of all, you're studying. All you ladies are studying, and you have. I mean, as a female dancer, especially at a time when, you said you started back out in like the late '90s. Professionally, professionally here in Los Angeles. So that was a time when all the girls were skinny and like really small, and like it was belly button
I feel like
piercings.
it's worse now.
I know, but what has in your career?
Every body part except for the butts.
Like, what are some instances where you were, on a job or an audition, and you were maybe chastised for how your body looked? You look amazing. You know what I mean? Like you're stunning.
I'm definitely like a good 10 pounds heavier than I was back then for dance for sure.
But do you feel like that? Have you ever been ridiculed, or not so much ridiculed, but have comments made about your body at auditions? What are some?
See, that's a good thing about LA. which I don't think is good, actually. I don't know why I said that, but no one says to your face, like, you're fat. People just, like, talk shit about you.
Or
Or
fire
you
you.
just don't get the job, and you're like...
They just do it behind your back.
No one is ever going to be like, babe, you need to lose weight. No one is that kind to help somebody out. You know what I mean? They'll just be like, she's fat, you know? And then you eventually hear it, and you're like, oh, well, fuck it, you know? I used to care, but I don't know. It's just, it's so, LA is weird. Because it's like you every day have to eat good, go to the gym, kill yourself, go to the steam room, you know? Or the other end is don't give a fuck and just be yourself. And sometimes that works, you know?
Melissa McCarthy.
Yes, I was just thinking that in my head.
Just to piggyback up with you though, because we have like really in-depth conversations, but and what you said about LA, about every day go to the gym, we were talking about when you wake up in the morning and you're like in bed past 9, you feel guilty because you should be on that grind, you should be on that hustle, you should be
because you know a million other people
are doing it
that you're gonna compete with.
But I feel like that probably perpetuates a lot of the reasons why people do what they do, because there's very little peace in Los Angeles as talent. Especially when you're trying to get there, and you know that that if I'm not at the gym building, or if I'm not working on my craft, Joe Schmo from Tennessee is there, and it's like we're always afraid we're gonna miss our blessings. We're always afraid we have FOMO so bad, and like, I go to the gym. I'm at the gym every day by 7 a.m. every day. If I'm not on the treadmill by 7:30, then if I'm not on the treadmill by 7:30, then it's like I'm behind schedule.
What do you do? You drink coffee? Do you take pre-workout? Like what the hell do you do?
My morning consists of my new Muscle Milk energy shake. That's delish, and a
I thought he was gonna say a cocktail.
Me too. I was like, I know a lot of Hollywood celebrities on that
Muscle milk and a shot of vodka.
You should have to drink
and a
that,
martini, bitch, and a cup. No, but and a black and iced coffee with sweetened with milk. I mean that gets me going. But
so you have an energy protein thing and a coffee.
Wow.
But that's what it takes
right.
every day at 7 a.m.
It's horrible.
I would probably do that shit too, and a shot of vodka or something.
You know what I mean? But again, back to in all seriousness, but as talent, we have like this element of pressure that we put on ourselves. That, and I mean, even in my mind, I have an old hosting coach. You need to read aloud every day. I haven't seen this chick in years, but I have that trauma, if you will.
So it hasn't helped you reading aloud every day?
No.
Wow.
I'm so glad I never went to acting.
I
mean, it sounds horrible. No, seriously. Like, I love working out. I work out every day. I run like 30, 40 miles a week. I'll do Soul Cycle, surf, but that's because I love it, not because I'm like, gotta lose 5 more pounds for that audition and be up at 7 a.m. Like,
Totally.
I mean, I still do TV and stuff like that. And if in the past year, I filmed like 2 big documentaries. And before I did that, obviously, like the weeks leading up to it, I was like trying to eat as healthy as possible and work out. But
I'm tired of that life.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, like, I will live with serious guilt. Like, if I'm not, same thing, like, I wake up and the first thing I do is I have a piece of toast with peanut butter and I go work out with my pre-workout and then I have a shake afterwards, shower, and then I can start my day. If I don't do that, I feel like I fell off. Or if I'm not doing something, like, I am so guilty of just constantly, like, forcing my career, if you will. Like, I'm always on like, you know me, like, I am always on a project. I'm always creating something, a website, a this or that. If I'm not doing something, then I'm feeling guilty.
But it's fear, and
so, and you shouldn't function off of fear.
When okay, Liz, I envy you a little bit because you said what you just said was very powerful. You said, I do it because I love it. When I'm on a TV show where my body's on display, getting ready for this TV show I have the most bitter taste in my mouth about it because all I hear is, okay, Jay, you gotta be ready so I don't eat, or I eat less than I normally, like I'm hungry. It's all because at the end of the day that for me I'm such a perfectionist that the end product is all that matters. Like, as long as I look amazing, it was all fucking worth it. Yeah. I mean, it's like a Pyrrhic victory. I may have killed myself. Everyone died in the war. We won the war. Everyone died. But we won. But we won. Exactly. So, and then Allie, what she said about always pushing and always trying to push your career. We do these things, and as talent, and not even as talent, just when you live your life for your goals and your dreams because we're afraid of failing, it's fear and it's not good. I'm learning now as I'm older that not only do you end up resenting when you finally get there because all it took to get there, but you look back on how much of your life you missed out, for this goal. And there's a saying that if you got what you wanted, then the end was really a sacrifice. Yes, I still think. Did you even sacrifice or something like that? I think that the moments for me that I've learned to let go, and there's very far and few between moments I've been let go, magic happened. Things actually came to me.
I was just gonna say that.
But because we're control freaks, and it comes from us being told you're not good enough. You need to make this happen. You are the captain of your ship. All this shit that, yes, it's true, we are, but we're afraid to surrender that power, because if we have control, it justifies what we're doing. It gives us purpose. Well, I'm controlling my career. I'm working hard every day for my goals. Whereas if you trust in yourself, and I'm not saying I'm a master of this, I'm definitely not. I'm so learning as of last week. To let go, things will come to you. You know what I mean? But because LA makes you feel like, you ain't working out? Well, Taisha Monique, she's 10% on a treadmill, 5 miles an hour.
And you can just go to her Insta and watch her do it, or go to her Snap
exactly.
and she's like 10 tricks to do, it's just so much. It's like feeding the beast.
Yep.
Every day you have to feed the fucking beast.
Right. Social media, to me, and just talking about Instagram, social media has become one of the most hurtful, detrimental, distracting, unhealthy existences for humanity. Yeah. Because all we do, I mean, even when outside of my car, I was on Instagram. Like, why am I on Instagram? I was just on Instagram 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Guaranteed nothing's happened in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But, and then my little nephew, 5 years old, on Instagram.
No.
Snapchat.
No.
So Snap Paw Patrol.
What is that?
Paw Patrol?
It's like the coolest thing on Nick Jr. right now for kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Paw Patrol's real. It's serious.
Okay, excuse me.
So,
excuse me.
I know. So it's just like we have, and in LA, as talent, we're told you need to have followers. You need to have an audience. True. You're not worth shit if you have less than 10,000 followers.
You. Yeah.
So you're afraid to delete your Facebook because you don't want to miss out on anything. Fear of missing out.
Right.
But you go on Facebook and you're inundated with everyone whose life appears to be better than yours because they're successful.
Well, and no one's going to be like, I'm suicidal, I'm going to kill myself, I'm giving up.
I've been like that.
I've totally posted
on Facebook?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I hate myself.
When my lawsuit came out, are you kidding me? I announced to the world I have an STD to stop a sexual predator, so it doesn't get more embarrassing and awful and horrible than that.
I would rather go on. Bradley Martin is a fitness expert who I love and adore, and he's like this buff alpha male god. And he did a video that talked about his issues with his dad. In this video he cried. It was so amazing. And this is someone who is like he came to our gym and people couldn't believe that this guy was in their space.
That's what we need. We need way more people like that.
Right, he revealed so much about himself.
Yeah, when you're raw, people are more drawn to you because then you are more, if you're just posting like happy things in my life, it's so great, like you're not relatable.
That's 30 seconds of your life. And that's the same thing with celebrities and tabloids and you see these whirlwind romances and you're like, well, why not me and this, that, and the third, but you don't know what happens behind closed doors. And the same thing with the picture or the video that's only 30 seconds long. That's 30 seconds out of 24 24 As soon as that video shuts off.
Edited 30 seconds too. Exactly. It's not just like any random 30 seconds of the day. It's
so we're talking about revealing in people's lives and how, so not to bring up Beyonce again, but in her documentary Life is But a Dream, she said, I wanted people to know that, yes, yesterday I hated myself for whatever reason. She is very relatable and is giving us, is saying things that she's not putting a little pretty bow on it and saying, here you guys, she's like giving it to us raw. And I respect that. I appreciate that. Whereas people like Demi Lovato, was a cutter. You know what I'm saying? She revealed those things about herself. Allegedly, Selena Gomez is taking a break from social media because she's depressed and she's exhausted for whatever reason. Fine.
And she has lupus.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a little.
But, I just feel like as talent, we're, again, inundated with so much abuse from social media, from casting directors, from our fucking agents, our freaking managers, saying, oh, you didn't blog this week, so you must not really care about your career. No, I was working a job to eat. I was working a job so I could pay my rent. I had more important things to do. And so for me, social media, I kind of like, I'm trying to move away from social media.
Right.
Because it's not real.
Right. But, you know, also, too, to just touching upon all these things that people are doing with the whole, like, fear of missing out and all the things that we do for Hollywood to try to, like, you know, make our careers happen and whatever. It's a form of control because you have no control over your destiny. Whether you are an entertainer like us or whether you want to be, you know, a really well-known psychiatrist or doctor or whatever the case may be, certain things you just don't have control over. And then with the plastic surgery thing, I feel like that's a way of controlling the way you look to try to control your ability to stay young, to stay relevant in the industry because there is so much pressure to, again, look a certain way and be a certain way. And then that's how people end up getting a surgery and screwing something up and being like, well, I gotta go fix it. They try to go fix it and then they're still not perfect enough. They're still not booking, so I'm just gonna get another one and maybe I can make it better.
Well, you know, believe it or not, as far as like in the host world, I haven't seen a lot of plastic surgery. I mean, maybe I'm not out but I mean, the hosting is such a niche, small environment. Like, it's very, very small.
Right.
But I feel like more normal people. Oh, I can't really say that either because I don't know if they're normal or not. But I see a lot of people that are just everyday that have had, you know, work done. And nowadays it's getting so good. Excessive, yes. Little Kim, excessive, yes. There's people who've gone overboard, but I think that a lot of doctors now.
Sylvester Stallone.
I mean, that he seems.
Poor guy. But you know what? I respect his
Kenny
hustle.
freaking Rogers, yo.
Oh yeah.
Like his eyelids, so you know his eyes don't close. You know, but I think, you know, a lot of doctors are getting better at making sure it doesn't look like you've had plastic surgery.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I think also, too, though, when you are somebody who is a quote-unquote influencer, and you are having a lot of work done, and God forbid I'm bringing up the damn Jenners and Kardashians, and Lord knows I'm not a fan, but when you have somebody like Kylie Jenner who little girls will look up to so much, and they go on to social media.
Like she's older than me.
She's got like the lip injections that do like this, and then it's like, and I'm
multiple things done to her
right.
face
and her body.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
completely. She got for sure butt implants.
But it's sad to me when other little girls who look up to you, like, that's your own insecurity,
and then you act like it's natural. Like, that you just
but Kylie, listen, with Kylie, I feel like she is that little girl that's following Chloe.
And
you know
Kim,
what I mean? Chloe is like
them.
blowing her butt up, so Kylie's like, okay, I need to do that because that's beautiful.
Right.
And so
well,
she's
look
doing
at their
it.
mom,
and then
too.
now all the other little girls are like, I need to do that because that's beautiful. It's like all a chain of like insecure people following other insecure people.
Right.
I think okay, with the Kardashians, people give them I on the other hand, I like the Kardashians. I watch this show. I think they're entertaining. I think they're very smart businesswomen. People are gonna they judge them because for whatever reason. Honestly, I don't know why people judge the Kardashians. Really, I don't because
they put themselves out there.
Okay,
and they're ridiculous. So of course people judge them.
But you know, Ali said little girls, and I'm gonna quote Brittany because Brittany says I never wanted, because it matters. Brittany said I never asked to be a role model. Like, and she has a point. I could be. It's not my duty. I don't have they say with great power comes great responsibility, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think Beyonce's trying to be a role model for anybody. I don't have to bring up Beyonce. I think she's just doing her. And I think that the parents need to police their children from watching Kylie. And we can't be mad at the Kardashians for living their lives. You know, we can't. Like, if these little girls that want to grow up and to be like Kylie, okay, so yeah, when I was 12, I wanted to be a Janet Jackson dancer. You know, okay, well, so, I mean, someone could say that's bad. I should be wanting to go to college. You know, I should be, you know, we can't really fault them for living their lives. Just they're living their lives on a public scale, which is, I mean, that's just who they are. But these parents are the ones that need to be like, okay, listen, little Jenny, no, you can't get lip injections. No, you can't get a big butt. It's not happening. The end. It's
really just society, I feel like, more than, you know, specific celebrities. Mm-hmm. It's society and what we allow as beautiful. Right. And what we say is beautiful and what we get behind and say that's right. You know, the look.
But society is influenced so much by Hollywood.
Yeah.
We really do. I mean, we put people up on pedestals and think that they're great, and they are great, but then they're, again, going back to they're just human beings. Mm-hmm. You know, they have insecurities, which is why they're getting these things done to them, you know? Yeah. And so just recognizing that, too, and not idolizing people so much, you know?
But totally. But everything you just said is a choice, though. Which people
putting in investing in that,
right? Because I don't look at. There's really, to me, on TV or in Hollywood, there's no male figure or role model that I look at and be like, wow, he's so dope. Because I think, and this is sound really pompous, I think I'm so dope. So I could spend that energy working on me to build to better. Because I spent a lot of my life looking at other people being, oh, I wish I was them. Like Pink's song, Don't Let Me Get Me, I want to be somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not want to be Jason J. Carter? Why would I want to be Idris Elba? Or, God forbid, Justin Timberlake? You know, like...
Hey, you watch your mouth.
He's so lame.
Hey.
But, you know, so I think that society, or adults even, or you have to make an educated choice to know better. When you know better, you do better. Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what she said. Was a quote, an Oprah quote. Because like you say, we put stars on a pedestal, and we allow, because we're choosing to do that. You know, we have to make it our own choice to not do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
That starts with parenting, like you said, though.
Huh?
That starts with parenting.
Absolutely, for
Being good
sure.
parents.
Well,
For
and it
sure.
starts with like normal people like reaching out and stepping up and being like, hey, I'm 30 pounds overweight. That's cool. And like more people like saying that's cool, you know?
Right.
Because like you guys were saying, like you run every day and you starve when you need to do things because society is like, this is how you have to look.
Right.
But it's like, imagine if we just were like, I'm not going to run like crazy. I'm just going to run because I love it. I'm not going to like beat myself up to like look a certain way. I'm just going to be whatever way I look and like showcase that and eventually like let that be the standard.
And let that catch on. But I will say this though. I do think that, you know, back to what I said about sacrificing for the show. I do like how I feel and how I look when the in the end result.
Yeah.
I always think about the big picture, you know, and also because again we've been raised that you push yourself, that you overachieve, that you that why settle for mediocrity when you can be extraordinary.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think those are just things that are inbred with you. But I think you make a very valid point that why not let dad bod be the new hot bod?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or why not let
why can't normal be hot?
Right.
You know?
And maybe that's what Alicia Keys is trying to do right now, is make normal hot.
Yeah. I'm going to take a stand and try
But
to make normal
she's
hot because
she's
I
so
wanna eat
naturally
that.
beautiful though. It's easy for her to be.
Right.
She's
Right.
you know, not wear makeup because she still looks. I think she still looks
Yeah.
great without
Yeah.
makeup on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And we have such a perception right now. We're so stuck on what is beautiful, you know? So it's like, it's hard to...
so what is beautiful? What is beautiful right now though? Like what is the gold standard at the moment? Because okay, you say Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner is 20 years old. For what I know, Kendall Jenner hasn't had any work done. Kendall Jenner is the only Kardashian adjacent that is the antithesis of her sisters, but yet it's still
and
the
maybe
most.
Courtney a little bit.
Yeah, and Kendall Jenner to me is absolutely stunning. Like gorgeous, drop dead. Like I don't understand how you're that beautiful. You know, out of makeup. You know, just a beautiful girl. You know what I mean? So like it's like what is the standard now for beauty? They're like who sets that bar? Who says that it's this and that? You know, like how what makes this the trend? You know,
Magazines, commercials,
But
movies.
people say magazines, but I worked in the magazine business for years, and we put people on the cover of magazines they're the most popular and that are going to sell the most magazines. So we're not really setting the bar. It's like if people are on a show and they're like, you know, on the #1 show and everyone's watching their show, then that's what we're going to feature on our magazine, whether it's
I
like
guess
Duck
it would
Dynasty
be-
or Kim
that makes sense.
Kardashian.
Right.
And
Because-
you know, when I worked at Us Weekly, they would put Duck Dynasty or the Kardashians, and like, you know, just because they're. I mean, you can't get any different from like a bunch of like guys, like, you know, redneck guys with like long
Smell
beards
like
and stuff.
piss and
But
oil.
by the way, after that show became popular, everyone grew out beards, if you hadn't noticed. And then you have the Kardashians are like, you know, completely different. They're all got plastic surgery except for Kendall Jenner, but.
It would have to like change everything. Like magazines would have to start showcasing like working moms, single mothers, things like that for like people's perception to start getting used to seeing a different type of like hero, a different type of beauty, you know?
Well, I also think though, like I said earlier, in LA we live in our image and our views are very skewed here because of, first of all, the industry we're involved in, the circles we run in, and where we live. Because when I travel to like Middle America, like a place like Ohio and Wisconsin and stuff, people they're or New Mexico where I'm from. When I go home, I'm like buff and like the best body ever. And I'm thinking, like, what are you talking about? I had McDonald's yesterday. What? But to them, they do have a lower standard, and they have a more I think a more realistic view of what beauty is, and what being pretty is. Because like I've gone to some weddings back home and getting dolled up. I'm like, that's not dolled up. That's just you washing your face. But to them, seriously, but to them, it's them like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful.
Right. But it's those people then that make the Kendall and everybody so famous because
it's
they're
so
like, oh, she's so beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We really do live in a completely different city than any other city this world.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
It's called Hollyweird for a reason.
Yeah. It's Holly Psycho.
It's exhausting.
Holly 5150 hold committable, you know what I mean?
And that's the thing is too, is when you have been in Hollywood so long, your perception of normal is so off. Like, just from the way that people act, whether it's celebrities treating people a certain way, or that, you said you worked with Christina Aguilera, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what your experience is with her, but I've had a friend who was a makeup artist, and she was on set for something. Christina showed up, like, everyone showed up at 6 a.m. She decided to show up at 11. They worked for an hour, and then she wanted to take a break because her favorite TV show was on. So it's, like, disregarding everybody. Everybody is like, gotta watch my show. And then after that, like, you're not allowed to look at her in the eyes because whatever insecurities she has. My friend's like, dude, but I'm a makeup artist. Like, what am I supposed to look
Christina
at?
Christina Aguilera says that?
Yeah, and so she quit the job.
She's gotten bad.
Celebrities create their own worlds so much that they just believe it, and then when they come out into the outside world, they're like, hello,
detached from
live in my world that I created for myself. Why don't you do that? You know what I mean? They really do. Celebrities don't think that they're like other people. They shouldn't have to.
They really,
adhere to the other rules. It's like, hello, I'm living in my own world.
Right. Well, I would say you two have had probably between all of us the most experience as far as being in contact with, on a regular basis, with different celebrities. Have either of you had those experiences where you're just like, whoa, dude, like you're way off? Like, I mean, like I said, you did work with Christina. I don't know, what was your experience with her?
Well, I had a different experience because I worked with her. So it's like I didn't get I didn't see that side of her, how she would treat like normal people, because we were working side by side to make her tour amazing. So it was like more of like a camaraderie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I will say this, I knew somebody who actually helped direct her Back to Basics tour. Mm-hmm. And she said they would spend hours in the conference room discussing how to make this amazing tour, and then backstage when they're doing rehearsals or whatever, like she would, smile and whatever, and Christina would know she's there and just literally walk by that particular person, not acknowledge her, just walk by.
Well, I think that goes back to like the whole world that they create for themselves. Like, I think maybe most celebrities think they think they're better than everybody else, so they're
I think she's gotten worse over time. I don't think she was like that. I think over time a lot of them just get like that, they equate themselves to like God status, right? Like
it's
that's
always
crazy.
It's always super refreshing to meet really successful people who, like, I interviewed Mark Wahlberg, and he was the most down to earth, like, t-shirts, sweats, ripped up Reeboks, and was like, let's just do this. What do you want to talk about?
That's no ego.
Right. Very down to earth. Also, like, I had the as a dancer, the opportunity to interview Tina Landon. I mean, Tina Landon inspired legions of dancers. And talking to her, and I said that to her, I was like, you're the reason why a generation is...
I mean, she's Janet Jackson's choreographer.
You made being a backup dancer, like... Cool.
Yeah.
And she's like, did I? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I never think about it like that. She was just so, like, it was... To her, it was like, I was just doing what I loved. So I think that there are talented people who are so beyond it. I even think people who are not as successful, like for myself, I'm now at the point where it's not so much about booking jobs anymore. It's not so much about, I need to kill this audition. It's not so much about, like, why am I not working? It's like, well, I mean, I guess if it happens, it's cool. But I'm learning how to just be, it's the little things. Mm-hmm. And it's so hard to accept that because you've been told to get the brass ring, but learning that the brass ring is so many other things besides that one definitive moment, that one job that we used to be like, I just want to book one job, but then you want another job and another job and another job.
It never ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what is success? Like,
it's a journey.
Right, and I think in LA too, for talent, you have to dumb it down so much. Like, okay, we've been here 10 years. That's success. You could pay your rent. You could pay your car note. In LA. That's success. You were able to take dance class. You went to go to hosting class. You were able to be backstage, so you think practicing your craft. That's success.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. You're so right.
It's just dumbing it down. And the thing is that, a part of you is like, ugh, I don't want to dumb it down because, again, we're always comparing ourselves to people who are on Access Hollywood, Good Day LA, blah, 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 blah. But we're still here and we still have the opportunity to pursue our dreams. So to me, that's winning. Yeah. And I have to, and I
just surviving.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a rat race.
Yeah.
I love your smile.
Well, no, I mean, I want to take the conversation a couple steps back because I got the opportunity to ask Erin. I haven't had a chance to really ask you as far as your experiences with certain celebrities, and you've covered a lot of things. Have you ever had any experiences with people who, like she said, created their own world that they were so far off that they're just unmanageable?
Yeah, I mean, like all of them. I mean, we talked about another episode, Kanye West. You know, he's just so out there. He got so out of touch with reality at one point, and I have friends that were pretty close with him. And I think part of his problem is that he didn't even have a phone for like a really long period of time, and so he literally was disconnected from reality. Like he wasn't, I don't think, reading much of the news or like watching what was going on TV or like reading what people were saying about him. So when he was doing a lot of crazy things, like he didn't know that people even thought that the things that he was doing was crazy, right? So he kind of made this like bubble for himself, and I think a lot of celebrities do that. I mean, I look back at, I've covered so many celebrities, but mostly the women are the ones that are the worst, of course, because they're more insecure and there's more pressure for women to be perfect and beautiful and skinny than there is, I think, for the men. That's why you have more people like Mark Wahlberg, like, you know, Johnny Depp, George Clooney. Those were some of like the most cool, down-to-earth celebrities I've met, worked with, whatever. But, you know, like Jennifer Aniston was like one of the worst.
Really? I would have never imagined
so,
that.
okay, here's the thing about Jennifer Aniston. She's really nice. She's really nice. Like, she would be very nice to you in person, but she's so anal. And I haven't really been in the business full-time covering celebrities for years, but I spent years covering her. I mean, I literally would check into the same hotels as her. I would be working out in the gym next to her. I stalked her. Like, I know way too much about Jennifer Aniston that any person should ever know. But during those years, and this was, though, around, you know, the time when Brad Pitt was cheating on her, and so, I mean, but even before then, you know, she kind of built this world for herself where I feel like she was making her own life a nightmare because, you know, she wasn't accepting everything that came with being a celebrity. She was trying to fight everything. She was trying to fight reporters, trying to fight paparazzi. She was always trying to, like, she was always getting these car chases with paparazzi, and it's like, there'd just be one paparazzi guy following her, and she would go, like, literally an hour out of her way to just lose the paparazzi, and I'm thinking, wow, she just ruined her whole night. And when the one paparazzi guy wanted was a picture of her walking to a restaurant. It's not like she was, like, doing some shady thing, or, like, doing drugs. You know what I mean? It was just, she made her life so inconvenient and miserable for so long. You know, it was bizarre, and I think that's the reason why Brad Pitt broke up with her, because once...
She was crazy?
She's just really anal, you know? Like, if you were a celebrity and you were doing these big multi-million-dollar pictures and you went to dinner one night and there was one paparazzi car following you, would you really, like, take your whole dinner party, like, 3 hours out of your way just to avoid getting one picture? By the way, and when she got to the restaurant finally, it was, like, she literally walked 2 steps. Like, the SUV pulled up 2 or 3 feet away from the entrance. Like, there was nothing to even take a picture. It's just she was constantly pulling stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, what are, like, you know, like, and there are some celebrities, I've talked about this before, but Angelina Jolie, she just accepts it. I'm a celebrity. There's going to be paparazzi following me. So she actually has her bodyguards go out there and say, okay, at this time she's going to come out. You can take pictures, but stand away from the kids, stay back, and da-da-da. And after you get your picture, like, please leave us alone for a few hours. And then they do. And her life is, like, so much more manageable. But, I mean, there's a lot of things about Jennifer Aniston, but, you know, she just was so anal. And it just kind of, I think it made her life like really difficult, and she always complained about being famous, and it's like, well, then don't be famous.
Right, just stop doing
Like,
movies.
stop
It's not
doing
like
movies.
it's not like you don't have an option. You can just be like, you know what, I'm gonna retire. Let me start a charity.
Do a
Or
play.
Go to Broadway.
People will forget about you real quick.
Yeah.
Trust me. Do a play.
Hollywood will forget about you.
But there's a lot of celebrities that do that, you know? You know, and then, they create, like, they're their own worst nightmares. Like, I felt like Jennifer Aniston really was her own worst nightmare, you know? She could have just rolled with the punches and laughed about, like, this is what goes with the territory of being a celebrity, you know? Like, deal with it. You're a multi-gazillionaire. Like,
right,
you're beautiful.
life is not that
like,
bad.
You fly in private jets. Like, who cares that one photographer's following you to a restaurant? Like, you're lucky.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
you know, but there's a lot of celebrities that are like that, you know? And because they have these, like, circles of yes people, they don't really know what's really going on, you know? And they do get these, like, warped realities. It's, like, crazy.
Yeah, no one says no to them.
Exactly.
I would say no.
You know who I really like?
Then you get fired, though.
I'll say that.
You're right, totally.
That's true.
Totally going off of the topic a little bit, but he is a celebrity and somebody who I really like. And the reason I bring it up is because I don't know if you've ever done a story on him, but I really like James Marsden. I feel like he seems like he's a really nice guy and he's super talented. He can sing, he can dance, he's a great actor. I don't know.
That's
he's
so
good.
random. He's
Right.
so cute.
He
I've
is
never
so
heard
cute.
anything
well,
bad about
well,
him.
and the thing, I guess the reason why I thought of him too is because I don't really ever see him photographed by the paparazzi. Like, you might see him with a young girl somewhere here and there, and then I've seen videos of him
He's not
singing
Ryan
on the
Reynolds.
street. No. Oh, speaking of young girls, one thing I do want to say, you were talking about like the George Clooney's and the whoever else, but in Hollywood, when a man gets older and he's got the salt and pepper hair, he's still sexy, and women are
I
like,
think they look
"Ooh."
hotter.
Yeah,
older.
but God forbid if a woman is salt and pepper, like, she's just a hag. Like, she, you know, and
that's not true.
I'm not
Yes.
saying from my perspective.
Come on, let's
I'm
be real.
saying from a perspective of somebody in film, not necessarily TV, because TV, I think the actors tend to be a little bit more relatable. But in film, in Hollywood, once you hit a certain age, like if you notice, a lot of these leading men, the women they're dating on TV, not TV, in films, are in their 20s, and these dudes are 50. You know what I mean? And we don't really think about it much because it's like it's George Clooney. Like, he's a sex symbol. He's an icon. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. He's with this young 20-something-year-old rising actress. Like, she's lucky to be with him. Yeah. But if you really think about it, you put yourself in her shoes. Outside of the opportunity of success, like, okay, I'm making out with a dude who's like 30 years older than me. This is weird, but I'm supposed to be in love with him. You know what I mean? Like, how many times do you see George Clooney with his opposite being someone close to his age?
Yeah, that's so
outside
true.
of Julia Roberts in Ocean's Bajillion, because there's a lot of them. But you know what I mean? Like, you never see, you don't see a woman who's, I don't know. You see it on TV a little bit more, but.
I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't think George Clooney's sexy.
I don't either. I'm just giving him as an example because everyone loves him.
All the male leads in the last 20 years, Russell Crowe, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, none of those dudes scream sexy to me at all.
I do like me some Ryan Reynolds though.
Right, because his he looks amazing, and because him and Blake Lively are
so
sexy
cute.
together.
Yes.
Yeah, she's stunning. She's amazing. Love me some Blake Lively. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go have some plastic surgery.
Go do that.
I'm gonna do
And
some
then
Botox.
next week you're gonna come back and we're gonna be like, where's Jason?
I want to be a white guy.
Yes.
Well, so did Michael Jackson, and
Yeah, right?
we know how
my God.
his story ended. Maybe you should rethink that.
I need to get my bag of propofol ready at home. To
Yeah.
Go see.
Oh my God.
Where's the
Lord.
worst?
Anyways, we have gone all over the place with our topics, as we usually do, but we have a good time, and we hope that you guys have a good time with us, too. So make sure that you communicate, talk with us, chat, follow us, all those fantastic things on social media, and find our website. We are at Hollywood Shit LA on Twitter. We're also online. You can find our website, hollywoodshitla.wix.com/inspire. I'm Allie Quinter Bradford. You can follow me at Boys and Beauty. I am done talking. I'm going to pass the torch on to Liz and let her take it away.
You can find me on Twitter at Liz Crokin.
Hey, at Aaron Yvonne.
You can
That's
find me
on
at
Twitter.
Oh, you done?
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on the Boston West Hollywood. Just kidding. No, you can find me on Twitter at JJC Forever.
Yes, and thank you so much also, Aaron, our special guest, for chatting with us today. We appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time. So,
Yay!
goodbye!
Deuces, bye!
All right.